Hello and welcome to the first ever show of Leader of the House. I'm your presenter, Joey Holsworth. Now, to all of you at home, raise your hand if you find politics confusing. Yes, I think we can all admit that politics at the moment is very confusing. But I'm here with you to try and understand what's happening in our government today and try to simplify it so that we can understand our country and get a say in our future. Now today in the studio we have our two lovely guests. We have Emily and we have Beatrice, and they're here to discuss the recent events in our government and Brexit. Now, thank you both so much for coming in. Now, with all the chaos that's going on in government, we've got another election coming up in a week. How are you feeling about it all?
Well, even though I'm pretty confident about this election, at the same time I feel very lost about Brexit because we already had so many delays. We have no idea what is going to happen now.
Of course, it's all up in the air and the whole public is confused, which is why we're doing this show.
Exactly.
How about you, Emily? How are you feeling?
It's very confusing, it's very messed up, and I think all of us, we just want answers, find an answer really.
Exactly, no, and that's why we're doing this show today. Hopefully we can get you some answers as well. So thank you so much. Now, to link towards what we are talking about, today we are going to be speaking about Brexit. In short, Brexit is about the United Kingdom's decision to leave the EU. In order for this to happen, we've had to have a lot of votes. We've had changing of prime ministers, creating an agreement with the EU, and at the same time trying to keep everyone happy. Seems easy? Well, to start off, we're going to show a VT of the march that happened on the 19th of October.
Right for a place in the heart of Europe! And now, are you ready, guys? Yeah, ready? You ready? Ready, Joe? You ready? Go!
It's said that around 1 million people turned up to protest in London. The decision of the Prime Minister's New Deal to go forward or not.
60 years! We're making them justify!
Many people were unhappy with this deal, including MPs, as they felt as though it had been rushed and was too close towards the no-deal agreement.
Well, this is one of possibly the last chance to make our opinion clear, and you can hear what's going on now. There's a big cheer coming up, possibly from Parliament Square. I'm only guessing. So there's an important vote in Parliament today, which hopefully, I hope, Boris Johnson will lose. And I've got a feeling, I haven't heard any official figures yet, but they expected 1.2 million people here at the march today. Hopefully it'll be even more, but we might hear about that later on. And I'm just helping a little bit because I know a few people, and my heart is in this idea of keeping the UK at the heart of Europe and not leaving it. And I think the country is now a Remain country. And if you guys turn around at any second, basically, I think what you're seeing here is the future.
Many people joined forces to protest, from Park Lane to Parliament, to make their voices heard. In the end, it was a success for the protesters, as they had been given the news that almost all MPs withheld approval of Mr Johnson's deal, and that forces him to seek a delay by 322 votes to 306.
Wow, some very powerful emotions showing through in them demonstrations. Now, Emily, after seeing the video, can you understand why the public are so angry?
Yeah, everyone's really frustrated because they don't have an answer for what's going on, and with so many delays as well, we're just not sure what's going to happen and when it's going to happen.
Of course,
that's why they're very angry.
Just in so much confusion, and they want some answers, and
Yeah.
they're tired of having none. Now, as for yourself, obviously, I want your opinion on this, because this is the third time that the Brexit deal has been delayed, and with the general election next week, which party do you think are going to give us the final say on Brexit?
Well, I'm hoping that maybe Labour Party will be able to give us more answers, and maybe
That's great.
let the public decide.
Absolutely. Now, with Brexit being delayed, everyone and being unsure with the new year, what the new year will mean for the United Kingdom and who our Prime Minister will be, we decided to go to Buckingham Palace. This is because one issue that will take place will be tourism. No one really knows if Brexit will make it hard to travel and from the UK, so we spoke to some people who have visited London from the EU and managed to get their opinions. But instead of me saying all this, let's take a look.
Tourism is an important sector that contributes to the development of the UK's economy and its growth. The United Kingdom is the world's 10th biggest tourist destination, with over 36 million visitors in 2018. However, that is showing a 2 million visitor decline if comparing to 2017, which had over 39 million visitors. Could this be a direct link to Brexit, which started in 2016? Well, let's go and see what our tourists are telling us.
We are from Florence, Italy. Just came to London, for 2-3 days, and tried to visit things. So we saw the parks. We were in Regent Street. We got familiar with the subway, and here we are. We came to see Liz, or the Queen Elizabeth. We went to the Wax Museum. So we saw Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Bye. So we saw everybody. We enjoy London. Great city, very clean.
We are from Finland, southwest. And from Pori.
Is it the first time you're coming in London?
No, this is our 7th journey to London.
And what do you like the most?
For me, personally, the best places are museums and parks, which are superb. And for him, football is the reason to come here.
And do you guys know anything about Brexit?
Yes, we follow Brexit daily. Yes, it's quite interesting.
And do you think you'll be coming again often after Brexit?
I think we will continue coming, but we don't. How about the custom system changes?
Clearly, the UK will remain a symbol of travelling. However, Visit Britain research shows that interest in visiting the UK since the Brexit referendum has fallen from 76% in August 2016 to 69% in autumn 2018.
Wow, what an informative video. We haven't even left the European Union yet and tourism has already had a hit and impact from Brexit. You guys just seen that video. What do you think about the impact?
Well, I work in a store, so obviously I will feel the impact. I already do. We have many tourists there, and already they are feeling scared of coming to the UK because they don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Blimey, that's quite interesting. Now, Emily, you also work at this store. Have you noticed any changes in consumer habits?
Yeah, usually people, they buy with, their home, money. So they usually tend to buy less because, the exchange is really high now. And it's not really worth buying stuff here, so I feel the financial side could be affected as well.
That's interesting that the financial side, obviously, with the pound being now more expensive, and it's changed the way that people buy and people coming here for tourism. Now, something that I want to ask you about is, do you guys know what hard Brexit is and why people would vote for it if it's going to make people make it difficult for people to travel?
I think that people are being ignorant now. Maybe it's because they are already tired, they don't know exactly what's going to happen, so they just want it to be done. Mm-hmm. But it's bad for both ways. It's not only you, but also us that live in the UK to go to the EU and anything else.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And how about yourself, Amelia? Do you feel the same way, or have you got a slightly contrasting opinion?
Yeah, I do. I really agree with BM. So.
It's interesting to see that that's going to happen. Now, with tourism, do you ever go on holiday outwards? Do you go out into the EU? Do you think that's going to affect you on future excursions you've got planned?
Oh yeah, we were planning to go to Italy in January, but now I think that is going to have to wait a bit to see what's going to happen, how things are going to be handled.
Yeah, especially with the Conservatives' plan to get it done in January, so it'll be interesting to see how the borders will be affected. Now, Emily and Beatrice, to both of you on the sofa, what would you have to say your final opinion on Brexit is, but can you sum it up in 3 words?
Solve this mess. Yeah.
Sort this mess. No, I think that is really strong and really good. Now, why should the people at home vote, and what can they do to get involved? What would you say to the people at home?
I think that even people that can't vote right now, they should have that voice raised up, because we all live here, we are going to be affected by it.
Exactly.
So even if you can't or don't want to vote, express your opinion.
Express your opinion.
So this way people can vote as well.
People can vote, and that's great, and it's a great message to send out, so thank you so much for that. Now, I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. I want to say thank you so much to my guests, and I hope we have a better understanding of what's going on, because I'm definitely sure that I do. Now, we'll see you again next week. I'm Joey, hello-y, and good night.